Hi, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, a place where you can take some time to learn to understand the benefits of being able to correctly read body language and nonverbal communication, how serious it will affect your day-to-day life and your communications you have with others. You'll be able to uncover lies, be able to understand who is attracted to you and who isn't, and you'll be able to understand the signals you send out to the world as well in a completely subconscious basis outside of your own awareness. All right, it's incredibly beneficial, and you will be able to learn a superpower in understanding how to read this information. So if you enjoy what you hear, I recommend you click subscribe, and we're going to jump straight into the lesson. So today we're going to be talking about chest protrusion. All right, the protrusion of the chest. All right, it could be known as peacocking, it could be known as the puffing up of the chest, or the torso splay. All right, so a little description is that this is an expansion of the chest, right? Breathing in to appear larger. Not necessarily breathing into the diaphragm, but breathing into the chest to expand the chest and appear larger. So it's very symbolic of pride, and it is a dominant display. Now, if you've followed some of my earlier videos, you should be able to explain why it's seen as a dominant display. Have you got any idea? Well, it is an expansion and a enlargement of the body, and in doing so, it's by default more territorial. As you're taking up more space, you feel you have the right to take up more space rather than, shriveling up in a defensive way, okay? The expansion of the chest is a very bold and, to an extent, masculine behaviour. All right, so men will use this behavior to intimidate other men and look dominant and powerful. All right, and they will use it to look masculine to women, showing the strong chest of the man. Women will also use this to show control and confidence, although given it is a protrusion of the chest, you do have to take into account that some individuals may take it as a highlighting of the breasts. All right, so it could be seen as somewhat a sexual gesture to those whom aren't really clued up, and that's the majority of people, to be fair. So to re-clarify, it's a territorial expansion, okay, and it's the opposite of slouching. You're standing loud and bold and showing that fearless energy to the world. So it's a very powerful position. All right, so let's take into consideration a particular scene. Let's paint a picture. So a man is walking towards a woman, right? This will happen in your day-to-day on the street, or in an environment such as a workplace or a shop. But let's say this is a beach and the man has got his top off, all right? The purest form of protrusion of the chest we're going to see right now. So the man is walking towards the woman who is walking in his direction. He naturally brings in the lower back, brings the shoulders back, and expands the chest, protrudes the chest to say, I am a masculine, dominant, strong man, as a way to biologically impose the masculine over the feminine and create that dance of attraction, essentially. It is flirtation. It's not conscious flirtation. It might be within reason, but it will happen very naturally in most cases. And, it's a way of showing off, if you want to consider that. It's also a means of showing high comfort, all right, as the chest and the torso should be exposed. I mean, this could be done with the arms crossed, but it tends to not be the case, all right? It's a little incongruent with the behavior we're speaking of. So with the chest expanded and out on show, it's saying, or the individual is saying to the world, I'm not threatened. Someone could puncture me with a weapon in my internal organs, which is the place which is ever so sensitive to us. And when it comes to non-verbal communication, a lot of it is rooted within survival and our primitive mind's means of surviving. And so we cover up subconsciously our sensitive areas when we are in the face of a potential threat. So there isn't a threat because that chest is out strong, the heart is there on show, the intestines are on show, the internal organs are out there in the open. So this is a display of fearlessness, it's a display of pride, like a lion or a proud dog that walks chest first, okay, in a dominant manner. All right, you'll see this behavior when someone is preparing to fight as a means of, potentially looking more threatening and more large to the opponent. So it just overall is a dominant display. It's definitely not a submissive display. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you learned something. I hope there's something you can take from it. And that's me signing out. So click subscribe if you enjoy. More videos to come. Thank you. Bye.